So I was just thinking, if you were interested in football, which would you rather do? Sit in the locker room and learn the plays, or go out in the field and play football? Which would you rather do? Almost everybody would say, I'd rather go out and play football. So it's the same in dog training. Which would you rather do? Study the philosophy of training and the techniques of how to train and how to become a better trainer yourself, or go out and throw marks and run blinds? Which would you rather do? And the answer is always the same. Everybody'd rather play the game. But do you rather play the football game when you don't even know the plays? You're out there stumbling around and you're going to be a loser, aren't you? Because you don't even know the plays. You don't know how to do what you think you like to do. And so one of the things that I'm interested in is teaching people how to train, not just to go out and train and then not know how to do it. And so one of the techniques that I've worked on the most is the philosophy of training. You know, people say, oh, my dog won't come to me. Well, your dog doesn't come to you. Not only that, he doesn't even look at you when you call him. You can't even get him to get his nose up off the ground and pay attention to you. You haven't even gotten that far in many cases. So the philosophy of teaching a dog to focus on you, to figure out what you want, and then the process of that, of how you're going to go through the steps to get him to do what you want. Now that sounds a little more boring than going out and throwing marks and running blinds. So a while back I did a video about the philosophy, my philosophy on training with Jim Wagner, and this was, in my mind, one of the most important videos that I've been involved with. Jim was the star of it, and demonstrated this philosophy, how you teach the focus, how you teach fetch, hold, here, how all those things are combined together starting when they're a puppy. If you don't have a puppy, whenever you're starting, it could be a 5-year-old, it's still the same. You have to create, focus on you, create an interest in the dog to find out what you want, because he has to know that if he does what you want, he gets what he wants. And once you get that solved, and I've preached this over and over, I'm almost tired of hearing myself say it, but once you get that solved, the rest of training is easy. Jim's here today, and he's going to demonstrate the game and how we play it. And one of the comments he made just a few minutes ago was that when I'm working with people and dogs, I'm never talking about what the dog can't do or what the dog hasn't learned. I'm talking about what the trainer needs to learn or how he needs to go about teaching a topic. So that's one of the things that we're going to be working on today. And Jim's going to start off with a puppy, and then he's going to get an older dog out and show how that applies throughout the whole dog's entire life. And so I'm trying to draw attention to a video that we did called The Game, because I want everybody to consider owning that video, because it's the key. It unlocks the little gate into having a great dog. So stand by, and we're going to get Jim here in a minute, and we're going to start this process. Okay, here Jim has a 4.5-month-old puppy that has had very little training, but he's very well bred, and he's working right now on fetch. Okay, here Jim has an older dog, and he's demonstrating some of the things that happen when you play the game over a longer period of time. Putting out a 7-bumper lining drill. And he's going to incorporate that with the game and all the aspects that go along with it. Focus, fetch, good, good. Excited now. You see, even an old dog still gets excited because he's taught to be excited.
Sit. Heel. Sit. Good. Touch. Okay. All right.
This is what the game looks like after you've practiced it a little bit and they understand it and they know what it means and what it means to them. And it takes plenty of practice for the dog and the trainer. Back to home plate.
Good. Wilma. Had it, girl. Okay. 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 Heel. Sit. Out. Sit. Hey, yep. 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 All right.
He threw the rubber ducky in the water and then pulled her attention away from that onto something else, which is 7-bumper lining drill. Excellent. Very good.
Good. Good.
Now the 7-bumper lining drill is outlined in the land fundamentals, and a lot of these things are part of land fundamentals, water fundamentals, and the advanced training material. But this is what Jim is doing here is sort of a drill that combines many aspects of the game and some of the drills that we do in land and water fundamentals.
Good.
Here Jim is practicing cutting a corner of water. 7-bumper lining drill, a big distraction, memory, all sorts of things are incorporated into this drill that is, it's a combination of many things that are developed over a period of years, really.
Fetch. Good. Heel. Heel. So, one of the things that I like about Bill Hillmann's training methods is that I can be deeply into his methodology and having the time of my life. I love to have fun with my dogs. I've had dogs all my life. I love playing with them. And the game to me is just, I'm out there playing, the dog's out there playing, and I can build in all the important lessons that make a good field retriever. And in my opinion, there's not a single thing that's required in the field that can't be initialized conceptually or mechanically in playing the game. The game is boundless. You start off having fun, taking advantage of the dog's prey drive to chase something, and then you start building a structure around that fun and that excitement, and the structure is unlimited to what you want it to be. So I choose to make it about casting. I choose to make it about focus, where the dog needs to look. Do I want the dog to look at me in a remote position? Do I want the dog to look out there when the dog's sitting by my side? And I build that into the game. And it is fun, it is intellectually stimulating for me, and the dogs love it, because if you learn to play the game well, there's never a time when you're doing a drill or any element of your training when the dog isn't having fun. Because if the dog isn't having fun, then you need to get better at playing the game. If the dog isn't learning what you want it to learn, then you need to get better at playing the game. It's unlimited. It's not just throwing bumpers to burn off steam. It's teaching a dog how to learn how to do something really well while having the time of its life.